is what we wanted.
This is the moment, okay?
Loving Botswana. Loving it.
No idea where we are.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you. Morning campers, morning from a little town called Croppers Bridge near the Botswana border in South Africa, and we have spent the night here on this campsite called the Big Fig Inn. And the reason I'm telling you this is because it's very unusual where you spend the whole night on a campsite and you have the whole place to yourself. And some of the nicest, luscious green grass I've ever seen. We're going to try Botswana in 1 week, which is unheard of. But we're going to try and do it. We've got our little Hilux double cab.
So far, what do you think of the truck?
So far, pretty good. It's a classic pickup. It's not the most refined, as you know. It doesn't have much power. But once it's running, it just goes. It's comfortable, soaks up all the potholes and bad roads. And so far, so good, I must say. So, pretty happy with that. But yeah, join us and let's have a look at Botswana.
These were all the people making all that noise last night. Wow. Well, we've just gone through the border post and we got another stamp. It went quite smoothly. I'm quite surprised. So yay!
A couple of stamps. Customs just waved us through, and now we're waiting to cross the bridge.
And I take it this is Grobler's bridge. So there's a stop here for foot and mouth, so I think they're checking to see whether we've got any fresh meats produce. Well, our fridge is empty except for a couple of beers. It's like a dip. I've never been dipped before.
Welcome to Botswana, guys. That was very easy. 30 minutes through the border control. Easy as anything.
We made it! We're in Botswana! Trains in Africa are heading this way.
But here are the Makgadigadi pans, man. Makgadigadi pans, actually.
Wow, it's amazing. Nothing.
And there's nothing here.
That's amazing. $23K.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
Who do we speak to?
Yeah, you got people there.
Okay.
Yeah, they.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Wow. We made it.
Do you know what time it is? Miller's time. Well guys, Makgadigadi Adventure Camp.
Amazing.
It does its name proud, man. What an adventure to get here. There is no signposting, there is nothing.
We
Driving.
didn't even have the GPS coordinates, so it wasn't even cheating with that. Cheating.
You're following your nose, you're following tracks.
Good job we were
nothing.
following Marcel's nose and not mine, because I would have taken us all kinds of weird places.
I can't believe there's nothing out there. There wasn't a tree, just some flat as you can
Amazing.
see, and just grass and nothing else. And at one point it was getting very wet, a lot of water, quite deep, and we were thinking, and at one point there's like just water in front of us and the track leads right through it. I'm like, I don't know if we can do this, man. We better find another route. But hey, it's a salt pan, you just go around. And we found the track again. No signpost. I think it's 60 kilometers into the wilderness, which is just fantastic. There's no phone reception, there's no electricity.
We're in the bush.
We've got some salty water, apparently, which you can shower, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have it any other way, man.
No, it's fantastic.
So yeah, I think we own this one.
Yeah, we did. Cheers. Miller's time.
Check this view. Right, so this is an adventure camp, right? Well, let me tell you about the place a little more in detail. There's no electricity. There's no running water. There's no cold beer because there's no electricity. The pool is empty, no swimming. Very basic showers. No lights at all, anywhere. Obviously, there's no electricity. And you might think, well, what is so great about this place? I'll tell you what it is. You are absolutely alone in a completely secluded place, and we have the place to ourselves again, which is unusual, I think. Dead quiet. Can't hear anything except the birds. And there's a couple of wild animals out there, some cattle, a couple of donkeys, which started at 4:30 a.m. Even though now it's still quite early in the morning, and it's quite nice to be here. Just it's complete calm. There's just nothing going on. That's why you come here. It's primitive. There's not much here, but that's the reason you're here, right? This is Africa. This is why you travel these long distances to find these little places, little gems. I've read a lot of reports online that this place is maybe not that cool. Some people don't like it. It's probably too primitive. I don't know. We love it. This has been the best place we've been so far. A highlight of any travels we've done, I think, personally. We sat outside last night and there was this blanket of stars, the Milky Way, the whole lot. It was just fantastic. And not a sound. This is where we spent the night. Very basic tent. 2 single beds, but it's got all the bedding you need. They even give you some towels, which is nice. Apparently we weren't expected yesterday, so they hurriedly made up the bed while we were here, which took them like 10-15 minutes, which was really nice.
My alarm is going off now. We've been up an hour already. I'm blown away. It is so remote, so beautiful, such a sparse landscape, but somehow the local people are able to live here, raise their cattle. It's, wow, respect. It's absolutely speechless.
What I don't see around here is any litter either.
Yeah.
So that means not many people live here.
Yeah.
And that's all the better for it.
Yeah.
Nobody here. Actually, we just keep this secret.
Yeah.
Don't tell anyone.
So we're not telling you where this is.
Yeah. It's not on the map.
Yeah. We thought they were done.
Oh, bonus bin, man. Pan's going forever, man. Longer than you think. It's like that thick. We have a bit of a situation.
Two kind gentlemen in office to come and help us. Because they live here. I mean, what a place to live. As we have returned to civilization.
Morning guys, morning from Maun. This is a campsite called Akavango River Lodge. Thank you. Once again, we're all alone. I can't believe this. This is what the lodge looks like. Looks quite typically Botswanan with not much grass around. There's a nice pollution block, it's quite neat. This is the older one. It's got a bit of character. This is the washing up place. Ladies, gents, all very typically African. Basic. But it all works. And I like this sign here, which means there's been a drought in Botswana this year with not a lot of water. Normally there's a river down there, and the river flows the whole year. This year it's dry as anything, so they've decided not to water their plants, keep it a bit more shabby. They said people don't appreciate that, but that's the way it is, man. What do you want to do? Rather have a green lawn and no water.
Morning everyone. We have now spent 3 nights on the road, and yesterday we had the salt pans was absolutely spectacular, but it did result in a couple of mud issues for us, and the sensor, well, we think it's a sensor, is not working for or the speeder is somehow not working anymore. So we need to go back into Maun, I don't know how you pronounce it, to get it checked by someone who can plug into the electronic system. Give us our landy any day. There are no electronics, none of this stuff that can, go wrong. It seems a bit tougher than the Hilux, but Africa seems to run on Hilux, so it's a good car. It's probably just a little silly sensor, something or other. Oh, you gotta love Africa. Especially they seem to herd themselves.
It's peak traffic hour.
You don't see people accompanying them. They just do their own thing.
That's a lot of mud, man. I didn't realize how much mud is in there. So we're kind of forced to clean the car and see if that helps the engine light.
Bumpity bump. Amazing. We haven't got into the park yet, and we stopped to get the drone footage out, but I don't know if you can see behind me, there is an elephant. He wants to cross.
What's the elephant count?
There were 3 when we first came in. We saw another one now, and here's another two. It's so cool. I love ellies. They're such amazing, amazing creatures. So cute.
Which way should I run?
I know. Ah, I haven't seen that before. This is a second boot. This is from all the bouncing around in the car. This one kind of blew its lid and exploded all its contents into the box. I'm busy pouring the rest of it into another one that had also leaked.
The caps didn't come off, but it's still kind of
leaked. So I've taken the caps off. We'll put the caps back on this one.
very bumpy road.
I can put in the fridge and drink it later. This place is incredible. There isn't a fence. There's a giraffe here, there are wildebeest, there are zebras. They're all right here. It doesn't really get much wilder than this, does it?
We had this little Garmin, it's about this big. You couldn't hardly see what's going on the screen. And would you know, we got lost again. We ended up in some kind of side road loop, which was heading out around the swamp areas, which is about 30 kilometers down that way. And we couldn't get further because the roads were flooded, so we had to go back and backtrack ourselves and come back up to the main road, and we eventually made it here, which is also an experience in itself. I mean, this is our campsite, this whole thing. And we thought, no, this is for like 5-6 people, but no, this is just ours alone. This is campsite number 6. That little road there on the left, there is the ablutions. Number 7 is right there, and it's really luxurious, just having the whole place to yourselves. There's nothing here, no Wi-Fi, no cell phone reception. You're cut off. Very primitive, in inverted commas, and it's lovely to be here. And we've just enjoyed every minute of being in Botswana in itself, and I can highly recommend you guys coming out and just having a really nice time. You need a 4x4. You definitely need a 4x4 to get here. There's no hard paved roads, there's nothing but sand, very deep, soft, beachy sand actually. And yeah, it took a long time to get 46 k's. I think we did about 3 hours, and then we got lost, so it was about 4 or 5 hours. But loving it all the way. So tonight, our ode to the vegans. That's the vegan section. Quick run steak. I know. Tell me down below. But hey, cheers guys. Really great to be here. And there she is. What a night we had. We heard hippos, elephants. There was an elephant grazing right over here. I think just over there. about 2 a.m. Fantastic place. This is about 10 campsites, as I said. So there have been about 5 or 6 cars departed already this morning. Although you wouldn't know it because it's such a great big campsite. I mean, look at that, all that space just for us. So now our destination is Chobe, to the Savuti camp. So we have another 6 hours in the car at least. And this morning, my flip-flops, I left them here at the ladder. And this morning there was just one, and the other one was missing. It was gone.
It was here, your other one.
Yeah, it was moved. And the other flip-flop was found eventually behind this log. And it's got teeth marks in it, look at that. So I think someone was hungry. But yeah, it also proves there's a lot of wildlife around here trying to take your flip-flops. So when you come here, put them away. Oh, it's an elephant head or what?
Oh, look at the dogs. Oh, so
Well guys, if you were thinking of coming here with a normal little hatchback, this is the main road leading up to the camp in Chobe. And in Moremi it's even worse, they use seriously need a 4x4. Fantastic, we haven't seen anyone in the last half an hour. I think we've seen 3 cars all day long. A lot of elephants, unbelievable. I would estimate over 100, 150. So if you're looking for elephants, you come here, come to Chobe.
We've not seen animals either for the last half an hour. I don't know how hot it is, but it feels at least 45, if not 50. It's probably something like 38, but still amazing. Absolutely amazing to be here. So we've still got 29 k's to go, and we're doing 14 or 15 an hour, so yes, it's going to take another 2 hours.
All right. Longest road, sand road, and hottest ever.
But having said that, we do have an air conditioner. It's kind of expensive, but there is an AC. We've decided not to use it, but this is why we come to Africa, to experience everything, and that includes. You can just think of Diana, our friend. there's a baobab. Wow. How many K's left? Oh, I can hear it. The beer is calling our names. How spectacular is this place? The different landscapes, it's phenomenal.
Well guys, I guess you can tell I'm quite knackered. Done 160 kilometers and it took us 7.5 hours. So you do the math. It was great to be here. We're in the Chobe now. This is the Savuti River, Savuti Camp. Sorry for the wind. And I didn't think we'd ever get here. I didn't think I would ever get to experience this, which is like some kind of wow. Didn't even realize we had booked this place, or I had organized this from the start. And it's a lovely place. This is the Savuti River down there, which is normally quite full. It's a drought this year. The place is completely dry. There's a lot of rain down south at the Savuti Marsh area, which is interesting that the rain kind of stops there, but here it hasn't rained for a long time. And this thing I found quite interesting. That is a common or garden water tap facility, and it's actually against the elephants because they apparently had quite a problem with the elephants coming in here and abusing the situation. Who knows? But I mean, all these little stones are against the elephants standing on here, and there's a little opening at the back. There's a pipe at the front. If you look in here, yeah, there you go. It's actually a tap. Quick demonstration. Look at that. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. That's not waste because these starlings come in here and they drink that as well. So we're helping the birds out a little bit. Look at this place. Giant campsite. You could fit 10 mobile homes in here in Holland. Something like that. Yeah, it's very small, exclusive, very remote. I can't believe how remote this is. 4 campsites, 4 camper vans like ours, pitches, yeah. And huge pitches they are. And in the background there you see the new ablution blocks, or at least the ablution blocks have been made elephant proof, which means they've had a big wall put around them. Because the elephants were quite a nuisance some time ago. They used to come right in there looking for water, even while they were showering. The elephant trunks would come in through the window looking for water. So now they've kind of made that a little bit inaccessible for them. I don't know if it's a good thing. But look at this place, very dry, a lot of sand, black sand. It's a lot like beach sand, very fine stuff. We've just covered 60 kilometers of this stuff non-stop. It's taking a long time to get here, and it's so worth it.
It's so cool because it seemed like we were driving through kilometers and kilometers of nothing. But if you just sit here and you listen to the birds, just the birds, it's incredible what you can hear, what you can feel, what you can sense. There's nothing like Africa. So on this side of the camp we have our omelette making session in progress, and on this side we have our toasties, and you can see which the local wildlife would prefer. That's quite keen on the toasties, I think. No, back off, that's our food. How's it going, dude? Ooh.
You tell me.
Oh, that looks amazing. Yummy. deep is that water? Oh, look at the baby. Oh, that is so cute. Such a lovely welcome when you see skulls.
Yeah.
Feel like a cowboy. Yeah.
Sand highway of northern Botswana. Look how wide it is. It's like 50 meters wide. Just pick a lane and go for it. No one around, no one in ahead of us, no one behind us. We've passed 2 cars in the last 40 k's. This is actually Chobe Forest Reserve, which is north of the Chobe National Park, which we've just come through. I'm assuming it's all the similar kind of bush as you see out here. It could be dubbed a sand forest. I mean, there is just beach sand or very soft desert sand everywhere you look, and we've been traveling through that stuff for the last 2 days, I think.
Part of our goal for coming to Botswana is we wanted to experience the remoteness. We live in Europe and there are so many people and it's so busy, and you know, there's always just lots and lots of everything. There are lots of buildings, lots of cars, lots of people, it's just so busy that we really wanted to enjoy this remoteness, and Botswana is fantastic for that. Seeing the animals is a bonus for us. That's not the main reason why we came here. We came here to really experience this vast lands of nature. Yeah, it's absolutely, and it's not touristy, which is my best thing. You know, it still feels very authentic, and then you can get to drive in places like this, and love it.
Mr. Geezer. There's no place. A couple of locals just passed us. First car we've seen in a long time. They look South African, local dudes. They're more used to this road than we are.
That's it. Welcome to Kasane.
Border town, man. This is where Zambia, Zimbabwe and Botswana connect. Quite keen to see what goes on in here. Guys, welcome to Chobe Safari Lodge. Look at our campsite. It's the exact opposite of what we had yesterday. We can hardly get the tent open in it, and it's very, very cozy. However, when you see how you get into this place, you will understand. And I've never had an experience like this at a campsite where you get welcomed in this way. Yeah, this is not really camping, is it? Look at it. Chobe Safari Lodge on the Chobe River. Fantastic place. When we came in yesterday to the campsite, we were asked to check in at the reception of this place, and they do a very formal, very professional check-in. They give you a little glass, like a champagne flute, of fruit juice and a little face cloth, like a little wet cloth to freshen up a little bit. Very cool. I've never had a reception like that at a camping ever. And as a campsite guest, we're allowed to use of the pool. We can go to the restaurant. Just fantastic. And this place is awesome. After the dryness we've seen, look how much water there is around us.
Chobe River, man.
Oh my word, I can't believe this. No
I
way.
say I don't bring you to nice places. But Marcel organised this whole trip all by himself, and everything has been an absolute surprise. But wow. And
Wow, I'm actually a little bit speechless.
yeah. How amazing is this?
Oh my god.
This is pretty special, right?
I can't believe we're here. I don't know what to say. I got nothing, man. I got nothing. This is a way to get up in the morning. Look at this place. A little table right at the edge of the water. I don't know if you can see in the background there. That apparently is Namibia, across the channel from the Chobe River. In the background you see all those huts there, which is really cool. And I don't know if you heard the story about the island. We went on a cruise yesterday around that island over there, which is called Sedudu Island.
How are you?
Good.
Are we all good and strong? Grey body. That's your long-toed lapwing. Long-toed lapwing.
And there was a dispute between Botswana and Namibia about who owns the river, the island, which is about 2 kilometers long and 1 kilometer wide, which is situated right in the middle of the Chobe River. And there was a dispute, and Namibia wanted it, the Botswana wanted it. And it came to a head when they went to The Hague, to the Court of Justice, International Court, and they measured the depth of the channel. And the channel going to the right, which is part of Botswana, is deeper than the channel between Namibia and the island, which means the deeper channel is the river, and the shallower channel is actually like a tributary, a stream, which means in effect the island belongs to Botswana. I may have got that the other way around, something to that effect, but the ruling stands. So now Botswana has planted their little flag there, just to remind everyone it is Botswana territory, and they've actually left this as part of the Chobe Game Reserve, which means hippos are there, all the wild animals, which is a lot more eco, in my opinion, than what Namibia wanted to do, which was just put up sugar cane or some kind of crops, rice paddies or whatever. So this is really cool, a little bit of a history between two countries in Africa. There's no war going on, it's all friendly. There was a dispute going on about the island. It's just lovely being here. Look at this. It is now 8:45 in the morning. It's getting hot already. In the land of Land Cruisers, a Land Rover. It just fits in so much better. Look at this. Just buckies everywhere, pickups. A lot of guys doing the same thing we are. Basically, the only guys you see on the road are similar vans to ours. So it's nice to see something different.
Sorry, I'm a Landy girl through and through. They're my favorite cars. But it was fun trying something different. That was the idea, right?
Now we know. Well guys, a totally enjoyable experience for the price of a campsite, which costs less than a pitch on the bay at Saint-Tropez, which is about 28 euros. You have access to one of the most really luxurious, quite exclusive places. You got the pool, the restaurant, the whole thing. You got the boat drives. Very cool. If you want to come here on a budget, that's how you do it. Dried fish. DHL service point.
This is the border to where?
Zambia and Zimbabwe. All these trucks.
Smells like they're sleeping.
Well, here's a weird one. Suddenly the road got wider and it said airstrip ahead.
You're stopping and you're parking.
You're not allowed to park on the side of the road. Maybe this is some kind of runway.
Must be. Here it stops. Oh, that's hysterical. Gotta love Africa, man. I just love it. Different rules. I love it.
Thought Holland was flat. Look at this.
These are dust clouds. Can you turn around, please? Mind you.
Really there. Trying to get all the mud out of the wheels. It's
What?
on the road, yeah. It's not balanced anymore.
And the lamb and the sausage we had to hand out, give back. It's not allowed to give, because the foot and mouth problem is on that side. So you can take meat from that side that way, but not the other way. So, there we have it.
At least we won't get mad cow disease now.
Moo. Moo.
Ellie's right there.
Oh my word, wow. That is cool. Oh, you can see why they call this elephant sands.
Yeah.
There's elephants and there are sand. That is so cool. Wow. Wow. Absolutely elephant rule. That's being rebuilt because the Ellies destroyed the last one. You don't mess with the Ellies, but they're all here, which is awesome. I think they're one of my favourite animals. Magical.
Well guys, check it out. We made it through the night. It is an incredible experience. No fences here at all. Everything is open completely. While we're sleeping in our roof tent on the back of the van, these elephants were walking around the camp, I think looking for water. They're right next to the car. You can't even hear them. They're so silent when they walk. You can actually smell them ahead of that. You can hear them. Sometimes they make a little sigh with their trunk. It was really amazing. If you have something about elephants, this is a place to come to. Elephant Stand, fantastic place. It's just wild. It's just open. It's even Christmas in Africa, man.
Absolutely incredible. To be able to observe and just watch and just experience these herds of elephants just being themselves. It's just such a beautiful place. They have expanded it apparently quite recently. We heard from someone else. I hope it works for them. They haven't expanded too much. You know, from what we've seen, it's absolutely stunning. And I hope it stays that way, because this is a really, really special experience. If you can do it, do it. Last leg of our Botswana trip. What do you think?
Nice bit of gravel, yeah. We're right near the border now. The Limpopo River's not far. And we are going to stay on this side of the river. It's about 25 k's to the camp.
Tasty. Have you seen our window? Millions. Yes, I got the millions. My husband, he's turning 50. Happy birthday, my dad.
And there's a lot of smoke, and we don't know what we do. I can't even see anymore. But you know what? It's Africa.
Well, morning guys. We're still in Botswana. This is our last morning. We're busy packing up, getting the car packed. And across the river there is South Africa. But we have to travel back about 30 k's to the main border post there, and then cross, and then back to Joburg. This is the campsite called African Ranches, which is quite a weird little place, because you travel down this dirt road which looks like a very farming kind of area, and you think, okay, it's over now, the bush and all of that, but then you get here and you're right on the river. Normally there's hippos here. The water level is very low, and this campsite is very small. There's like just another one vehicle, but you can get maybe 5 or 6 vehicles in, and that's it. We have the ablution block as we leave Vic to finish off the work while I pretend I'm working. Here's a washing up area, and everything's here for you. They even give you some soap, which is quite nice. Also a lovely bush, still African. A little bit of green. Here is the smallest ablution block I've ever seen, ever. Looks like one ladies and one men's. And yeah, it's quite quaint. So in here, the loo, nice big shower. They even give you towels for your shower, which is unusual, which is cool. So yeah, very basic, but it works. Back across the river, man. Not much water in here.
Hello. Hello. Oh, it smells good. Hello. There's your black Zilawi trucks.
Well guys, we made it. We're back on dry land, which is South Africa for us. We've just come through the border post at Botswana. It took us about 40 minutes, I think. Most of it was just waiting in line to get forward so they can just check the car and all the trucks. There are dozens and dozens of trucks waiting to go in and coming out. It's a real choke point, but we made it through, and now we are heading back to Joburg, back to civilization, because we've been off-grid now for a week. What we can term as off-grid, and I'm unbelievably happy. It's a fascinating country. It's a beautiful country. It's just so remote, and there's not many people around, and that was just what we were looking for. And there are a lot of highlights, and we're still busy trying to process everything. And we've got hundreds of pictures, a lot of video, and it's just been a fantastic time. And a couple of highlights were the Makgadigadi pans, which if you can, go and visit those one day. We had the place to ourselves, nobody around, very remote, not a tree in sight for miles, flat as anything. A lot of mud that we had to drive through. We were just following our little navigation, and it took us straight through the pans by mistake. And that was just a fascinating experience as well. And there's nobody around for miles, there's no phone connection, you're totally off-grid. The nearest guy we saw was one guy on a horseback looking after his cattle, and for the rest, nothing. Moremi Game Reserve. We booked a campsite there at Third Bridge. I had no idea what to expect, but we actually ended up in the Okavango River Delta area, which was fantastic. We got totally lost on those sandy tracks because there's not any signage at all. You just have to find your way around. We found some swamp areas. We saw a lot of hippos, a couple of elephants around, and at night you sleep in an open camp, which is unfenced, and you hear these animals eating in the marshland around you. You could hear an elephant, a couple of hippo, and it was just totally wild. You can drive for hours and you see a couple of cars and nothing else, and you feel really remote and isolated, which was what we came for, and we succeeded. And I didn't realize Chobe was part of the plan too, because we've been to Kruger Park dozens of times growing up. Vicky and I have been there so many times. We know what to expect in Kruger, but Chobe was always this like halo above everything else. I didn't think we'd ever get to see that, you know, something like an aspirational thing. Now we were there, we've been there, we know what it's like. A lot of sand, a lot of slow progress, a lot of very dense foliage, so you don't see much. Elephant can disappear within 10 seconds. You won't even see them if they move off the road. Yeah, love it. It was great. Good experience. Over too quickly, obviously. We could do 2 or 3 more weeks. I loved the camping experience. The car we picked is the Toyota Hilux, because one thing, budget was a big thing. This is one of the cheaper ones. And the second is Africa was built on the Hilux, so we thought let's try that. Next time I'll do a Land Cruiser, something a bit taller. There's some of these latches on the canopy at the back, and I've given myself a dozen more dents in my head. We loved every minute of it. I would say come and visit. Loved every minute of it. Catch you next time, guys. Thanks for watching, man. This has been a really good experience.